Hello, and welcome to another iteration of the Level Design Hall of Fame. And today we are looking at the most recent entry, the most modern game to make it into the Hall of Fame, which I guess really speaks to how well the level design is. And that is Gone Home. If you have not played Gone Home, go play Gone Home and come back because boy, is this whole game spoilers. God, everything that you see is technically a spoiler because everything in this game is story. There is nothing but storytelling. Like that is the whole game. It is level design and storytelling. That's it. That's all there is. It's just one environment. It is purely and simply designed to. It's just a house, and you literally just walk around the house, and everything in the house is a spoiler. And you're just playing with objects, and you're just going through the house design. That's the whole game. That is the bare bones game. And if that didn't hold up, if that was not good, either the house or the level design or the storytelling, and the trinkets inside, game would fail. Be a total failure. It turned out to be like the best game that came out last year, and I vehemently tried to push it for Game of the Year. My other writers, the rest of the staff on Geek Binge, declined to agree with me, and they will be wrong in the future when everyone forgets GTA 5 because GTA 6 is amazing. But we will remember the level design of Gone Home. So for me, when I'm playing this game, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking a very small, talented, development team. They had to sit and right there, they had to plan out a house. They had to figure out the floor plan for this big, big, big house. And they had to grab your attention, and they have to basically lead you through the house by doing nothing except for planning out where the rooms are and where the hallways are and where things connect and where whose room gets what and what's in each room. That design is essentially the game. So if that doesn't work, if that doesn't get you to go through the house, if you are confused at any point or if they had I don't know, I guess botched the events, the game would be a colossal failure. But what is so great about this game is the level design is in service to the story. Everything is so thoughtfully planned out. When you walk through the front door, you are kind of given that floor to explore, and that only has so many options until you have to go to, I guess, the next critical room, which would be Samantha's room. I don't know what this gameplay is. This is a random YouTube video. Everything on YouTube, by the way, for this game is a Let's Play. There is literally no gameplay. It's literally just people playing this game, which is insane to me. But I guess that's good. Although I hate the idea of people watching this game and not playing it. But so essentially, like when you're in the first section, you go through like the dad's like hangout spot, his little library where he makes drinks, and you learn about him first, and then you kind of work your way up to Samantha's room, which has a lot of stuff, a lot of secrets, and then you kind of go through her bathroom, and that's the first shocking twist. And then it kind of starts to, and then you explore the second floor and little secret compartments like this, which really, really add to the experience. Not only to the level design of this old creepy house, but just like how the characters think of the old creepy house and how that affects their lives and stuff, and how that it just like just this the skeleton of the house just becomes part of the story, which is fantastic. I've never seen anything like this before. So essentially, like you work your way through, you learn more about Samantha Greenbrier. You play as her sister Caitlin. I think I'm getting that right. And then you work through the parents' bedroom, and you work through the mom stuff, and then eventually you go through like the basement, which is the really spooky stuff. And again, there's nothing overtly scary. If you love hanging out in a dark, house while it's like raining and thundering outside, and you're unfamiliar with things, sure, it's your bread and butter. But for everyone else, as the protagonist and as the player, you are not really sure where everything is because you've never been in this house. So when you're in the basement and things are dark and you're not comfortable, you're not familiar, it is the scariest goddamn place to be. And you go through there, and there are some fun surprises and whatnot. But really, for me, like the gameplay of this game is like, it's just it's not, I wouldn't say a puzzle game, but it's a little adventure game. You got to find the key to get through the locked door, and you got to find a code to get through the locker or a safe. But for like 90% of the things that you're unlocking, they just have story in them. And what is really great about this game is that like you hopefully you would want to experience the story. You would want to find those things to kind of add to your perception of the family. Because again, you're playing as a character who is the daughter, well, daughter of the parents, but like she's in this family. But even she can have her view of the family changed by what she's finding. And it's I don't even have words to describe it. I mean, this is basically where level design is flawless, I would say. Um, and what's really great about uh, I guess the threat of the attic is my favorite part because they tease you with the attic. They don't go upstairs into the attic, and that's essentially where you have to end the game. You have to go into the attic, and just the thought of going into that attic is a nightmare. Like, yeah, oh my god, that's the most haunting dead end I've ever seen. Like, and there again, like, there's really nothing to it. It's literally just an attic and a note saying don't go up there. That's it. It's just that dead end hallway, and they've done nothing. They haven't had to lift a finger, and I am afraid to go up there. I am terrified of what I will find up there: a dead body, a Satanist cult, a pentagram, and a demon. Oh, look at that condom. Um, and it's so odd too. Like I wouldn't go so far as to compliment the game because of the level design, because the story's really good. I think like they're really hand in hand. I mean, like they had to place all of those objects where they were specifically. That's level design. That like you have to pick and choose what goes where, what room is where, what the player has to see in what order, and they're really telling a story through making the house, through building the house. Um, and I can't even name you another example of a game that even attempts that. Maybe the BioShock games, which I know the guys who made this, the Fulbright company, they worked on Minerva's Den, which I recently played because I played Gone Home and I immediately went and picked up BioShock 2 and played Minerva's Den, which is really good. Um, and that has a lot of touches of like, you know, you're going through Rapture, you're going through this environment, and you're kind of learning, I guess, exactly what the developers want you to learn in a certain order. Um, but just these panels and the nooks and crannies and just how I don't know what like natural like the house feels. It just feels real. Everything in this game is just like insanely realistic and grounded. Like there is at no point does anything in the game really like take you out of the fact that you're playing a video game unless you're like kind of stuck in the menus. But it really does kind of make you think if you play it again, like of all the video game tropes that you go through. Like you're expecting something to pop out and hunt you. You're expecting to be being chased by a ghost. You're expecting all these things to happen because we've been so trained. By other level design. We've been trained by exploding barrels and by having evil castles and factories with doors with red and green lights telling you whether you can get in or not. Like we've just been trained so much by games and game design that it's so refreshing to play this and just have all of those expectations just broken and twisted. And oh man, what is that? Is this what I think it is? Yeah, Misfits. Yeah. Um, I like the band coming up after that is Maidenhead. I guess they're Iron Maiden fans. But yeah, so this game is an absolute masterpiece. And every time I look at that map, like that map was an experience. It was a story I went through. I went through that house. I experienced this game. And those goddamn light bulbs. Fucking every single light I turned on and off, every single light bulb, every single crayon circling a part of the map. Like this really is, I think, just one of the strongest examples of excellent level design. It is not flashy. It is not in your face. It doesn't rely on backtracking. It doesn't. I mean, if you want to, you can go around and backtrack a bunch and stuff. But you can pretty much just like go through every single room like in a certain order and kind of get through it if you know where you're going. I guess you technically have to go back for Samantha's Locker, but anyways, so I love this game. This game is amazing. Please go buy this game. It was my game of the year last year. Uh, or was it the Stanley Parable? I don't know. I'm really torn. But I'm Jared Russo. I'm the gaming editor for Geek Binge. This has been Level Design Hall of Fame, and I'm gonna keep pumping these out as much as I can. These are fun to make. So please go to our website geekbinge.com, and we have a gaming podcast, Screen Bites with a Y. And if you like any of that, please comment and subscribe on iTunes and support the site and tell your friends. And please let me know if you want any games or any levels. Pitch them to me. I'll examine them. I'll let you know if I can accept them or reject them. But that's it for me. So see you guys later.